Welcome to the 16th episode of the Three Sportsmen podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Kurt.
I'm Sam.
And I'm Trey.
We have a lot of news this week covering the MLB, NFL, NHL, and the NBA. So I'm really excited for this episode, but first, we'd really appreciate it if you subscribed to our channel, liked our other podcasts, and followed us on social media. You can follow us on Twitter at
Podcast T3S.
and on Instagram
At T3S Podcast.
We really appreciate any support. So let's start off this week's episode talking about the MLB. The MLB is officially back, and there was a lot of news in the first full week of play. The Marlins, they have a huge problem right now, or problem to say the least,
They don't.
as
doing
18
just
players
fine
have
over there.
tested positive for COVID-19.
The Marlins are doing just fine. They're fine. They're just living
They're in
over there.
first place.
But it has spread to other teams, the Philadelphia Phillies and now the St. Louis Cardinals, both dealing with small outbreaks. Right now, I
What?
totally understand why a lot of MLB fans really do not like Commissioner Rob Manfred. This totally could have been avoided.
That
Well, now we know Sam's thoughts on Commissioner
Dude.
Manfred.
Mr.
No one likes him.
Manfred, Boy, boy. God, I hate that guy.
He hasn't done anything right.
He hasn't done jack right. Oh, I'm Rob Manfred, and I can do this because I'm the MLB commissioner. No.
The decision to play after players tested positive should not have come down to the players. Like, obviously,
I
the
would
players should
rather
not have
have
gone out in the
Roger
first
Goodell.
place.
I would
Obviously, the
rather
players...
have-
Go ahead, Sam.
I would have rather have Roger Goodell than Rob Manfred.
That's saying
So
a
would
lot
I.
because Goodell isn't great either.
Exactly.
Goodell's better. He's
Goodell's
better.
better, but they're both not good.
We all know Adam Silver's the GOAT.
Adam Silver is
Adam Silver. I miss David Stern.
Yep.
Trey, this just in, Albert Pujols hit a grand slam.
Trey, what are your thoughts on that?
Oh, yeah, I saw that. It was against the Astros, so, yeah, good for him.
Yes!
As you can tell, Sam's a huge Astros fan.
No,
You love to hate the
the
Astros.
Don't know title night. Yeah, exactly. The Astros. Yeah, for the Jose Altuve. That was Aaron Judge's MVP all day.
Yes, it was.
The real question with the Marlins now, since it's spread to other teams, are they going to shut down the season?
No.
I don't think so. Well, the
They're
Phillies,
not.
they don't have any positive tests
if
anymore.
they
Like,
do,
the
I
Phillies
will.
are fine.
The Phillies are fine, but seemingly the Cardinals had more players
Yeah.
tested, and there are more positive tests on the way for them.
Well, that's because I heard they weren't being responsible.
Yeah.
I heard, like, they were out at a casino or something.
Well, obviously the players shouldn't be out in crowded places if they're going to be playing. That's solely on the players, but Manfred should have put in something that makes it so that after players know that they tested positive, the decision to play shouldn't come down to a team captain in a group chat.
Well, it's Rob Manfred.
It is Manfred.
It's Rob Manfred.
I
Doesn't know
think
what
right
he's
now
doing.
the only way that sports are going to work are in a bubble.
That just was never an option for baseball. There was just no way for them to pull that off.
I thought they brought it up, but the Players Association turned it down.
Yeah, they did. But
Because
like,
I
if you're gonna
think
play in
players would much
Arizona,
rather-
that's 115 degrees.
It is.
Like 115 degree weather.
Yeah.
Plus, baseball is a lot more players.
Yeah, than hockey or basketball.
Yeah.
Because currently you have 30 guys on a roster.
Yeah, and you
Plus
have the
the
entire
30 player
league
pool.
playing. You have the entire league playing as opposed to just playoffs.
Like, that's almost 60 per team if you count their whole player pool.
Pretty much.
job.
The entire thing is a mess.
The MLB is just fine. It's only those two teams, which is
Shouldn't have even happened in the first place.
I've watched Nick Madrigal's first hit like 17 times. It's great.
Very big fan of him.
Love Nick Madrigal.
Sam loves the Royals.
Still, no! That's another team that I despise. The Royals.
Earlier this week, the NFL released their top 100 players list. And, oh boy, the internet had a lot to say about it.
Lamar Jackson at 1 is cap. That's just
Yeah, that's
Lamar is top 5, I'm fine with.
yeah, but he's not.
well. Mahomes has to be
Mahomes
over.
should have been 1.
Either Mahomes. I would have taken Mahomes or Donald.
Yeah.
I'm just taking Mahomes because he's at the premium position.
Exactly.
MVP is second year. Super Bowl MVP is third year.
He's coming up on his 4th year, right?
Yep.
Yeah, because
It's only his third year playing, right?
Third year.
Yeah, this is
he
his
played
third year
1
playing.
game his rookie year.
He didn't do hot in that game, did he?
It was a meaningless Week 17 game. So,
Yeah, I wouldn't really read much into that. Like, I don't really care about it.
there were some very questionable rankings on this list. The one thing I generally noticed is that it values big markets and big names more than actual skill.
Yeah.
The main player who I think was really a victim of that in the rankings, Levante David. I think he is the most underrated player in the entire NFL.
I could say defensively. I don't know about offensively.
I think
Mike Evans. Mike Evans
isn't underrated. He's
Yes, he is.
He's really good.
He's
really
consensus.
good.
He's consensus top 10. I personally put him at number 4.
And Godwin's underrated.
Godwin's good.
Godwin is good,
Allen
but he was ranked pretty
underrated.
high.
Yeah,
Allen Robinson.
Robinson's underrated.
Robinson is underrated.
So was Devontae
He shouldn't have
Adams,
been in the
according to
90s.
Devontae Adams shouldn't have been in the 50s.
He was in the 40s. He was like 47 or something, right?
48, I think.
48. My bad.
No, that was no, that was
Or was that
Smith.
Za'Darius?
He was
I think
50s, I'm pretty
Adams
sure.
was in the 50s.
He was in the 50s.
I think Adams
The
is
ranking right?
Adams is he's a top 10 receiver in the league. I wouldn't
I
say
think he's
top
top
5.
5.
57. He was
I would say
57.
I don't think
top
I'd say top 5.
I would say top 5.
So
I would say top 5 too.
So who's above him then? Or who else is in the top 5?
I'd probably put D-Hop at 1.
Yep.
Julio at
Yeah.
2.
Yep.
3. Tough. I'd probably say. I'm thinking there's a right answer and there's a wrong answer here. I could probably put Michael Thomas. I'd put Michael Thomas at 4.
Who's 3 then?
I don't know.
I feel like
I think
Thomas could be 3.
I think Thomas is 3.
Thomas
Evans
could
is
be
4.
3, yeah. That's fair. And then Adams is 5.
5 and beyond, it's what you look for in a receiver.
5 is Adams.
Because I think Tyreek Hill makes a case.
According to Alan Lazard, Devontae Adams is top 2, and he's not 2.
I wouldn't say he's 1, but he's
No.
definitely top 5.
No.
On a biased standpoint, I definitely agree with him. I agree with him 100%.
Well, yeah, you are.
That's hella biased. So
You are a Packers fan, so
yeah.
trying to find the receiving yards.
Unfortunately.
Receiving yards.
It wasn't Brady 14 on this list.
Brady
or
was
is that a
14.
different one.
Yeah, Brady was 14.
Yeah, that's cap. He's not top 15 anymore.
I mean, he's definitely still up there. I think he's still a top 10 quarterback. But 14 was too high.
Yeah, that's fair. I agree with you on that.
Now, we're going to play a fun stats game here. A would you rather game.
Ooh, I love Would You Rathers. We should make a Would You Rather segment. Low-key.
I'm sending in the group chat stats of two players, two quarterbacks, okay?
Oh, boy.
The top one is player A. The bottom one is player B.
Dominic Kubalik.
Tell me who you would rather have.
Yeah.
Dominic Kubalik.
Oh, I thought the completion percentage was 21. I didn't realize it was the
No,
ranking.
20,
I was like,
21st in the league. So player A, 21st best completion percentage in the league. Player B is 5th best. Both are tied 11th for touchdowns. Player A, 17th in yards per attempt. Player B is 7th in yards per attempt. Player A's QB rating is 12th, and their QBR is 20th. Player B's QB rating is 4th. Their QBR is 13th. Player A's DVOA, 13th. Player B is 10th. Their Pro Football Focus grade, player A is 6th. Player B is 4th. Who are you taking?
It's obviously B based off of the numbers.
Sam? Sam?
I don't know. I mean, I'm probably gonna have to take. I'm taking B.
You're taking B?
Yeah.
That is very interesting. Now, I'm going to send you in the group chat right now.
Well, the top
Who those
one's Mason
players-
Rudolph.
What?
Isn't the top one Mason Rudolph? I remember that he was 21st in the league in 2019 for completion percentage.
I'm sending you right now who the players are, okay?
All right.
You're going to be very
I have a
surprised,
feeling
especially Sam.
I have a feeling I know
So you
where
both
this
said
is
B.
going.
You both said
I
B,
know where
right?
this is going.
I don't want some boy as my quarterback who.
You both said B.
I know
I have
exactly
video proof. You
where,
both said
where
B.
this is going.
Oh God.
I know exactly where this is going, I think. I think
Player
I know who
A.
the two players are.
Player A was Aaron Rodgers.
I knew it.
Player
Of
B
course.
was Kirk Cousins.
Off.
I knew that was coming.
Numbers don't lie.
Yeah.
So you're really trying to say you'd
records
rather
don't
have
lie either, buddy.
Cousins
Records
and
don't lie either.
Rodgers?
Right now.
Records don't lie. Records don't lie.
I'm saying
don't
right
lie.
now. I'm not saying career.
Records don't
Career-wise, Aaron Rodgers is obviously the better player.
By like 75,000 miles, and it's not even close.
But right now, Kirk Cousins at bare minimum makes a case.
I would still take Rodgers because I think he's gonna have something to prove this year because they drafted a quarterback, so he's gonna be more motivated.
Sam, what's your problem with Kirk Cousins? Because it seems like you have one.
A lot of things. He overthrows all of his receivers.
No, he doesn't.
Wasted
No, he doesn't.
He wasted.
Since 2015, Kirk Cousins has thrown more deep touchdowns than Aaron Rodgers has. It's 23-12. That's on 153 more pass attempts. Yeah.
I don't understand how you're trying to make a case for this. Like they're not even close. Like it's like you got like Kirk Cousins has to win the NFC North before he has a case for that.
Wins aren't a quarterback stat.
Doesn't matter.
If wins were a quarterback stat, then Trubisky and Blake Bortles would both be elite, but they're not.
It's true.
Okay.
The quarterback has a pretty big telling, though. And a lot of wins and losses, though.
Well, when you look at the stats, because I know with Kirk, everyone loves to bring up the Monday Night Football stat. He had no run game when he was in Washington. His defense was horrible.
That one Monday. Talked a lot of shit that Sunday.
No, I'm saying in Washington.
Sunday.
In Minnesota, he's had a good run game with Dalvin Cook. In Washington, he had nothing.
Nothing this year too. He's gonna have nothing this year too.
Why is that?
Dalvin Cook opted out, or he opted out of his contract or whatever.
No, he didn't opt out of his contract.
No, he's at camp.
He's at camp.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Come on, Sam.
Come on, Sam.
What? I don't pay attention to the Vikings.
I don't know. I saw it.
Yeah.
I didn't.
Bears fans saw it.
Obviously, I don't follow anything with the Vikings at all.
I don't either.
The one thing I've been following is Everson Griffin. That's all I've been following.
I got it from Rappaport. That's where I found it.
Yeah.
Well, I don't even think I follow Rappaport on Twitter. I follow him on Instagram.
He's an Instagram?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I follow Waj on Instagram.
Yeah, it's Rap Sheet.
Look, all I'm saying is the advanced metrics, they put Cousins in the same tier. Kirk Cousins is not a bad quarterback.
He's not
He's top
bad.
10. He's top 10.
Okay. All righty. That's it. I'm done.
Wait, so
I'm
name 10 quarterbacks who are 100%
I'm
better.
I'm out.
Name 10 quarterbacks who are better than Kirk.
I'm out of here.
Because once you get past like 8, that's when it gets debatable.
I'm taking Baker Mayfield over Kirk Cousins.
Then you're a clown.
No,
You're lying on that one, Tim.
That is major
I'm
league
not.
cap.
it is not.
That is major league cap.
It is not.
Well, if we want to go through the list, you'd want to have Lamar, Mahomes.
Okay, so 100%.
I would still rather have Rodgers.
Mahomes, Wilson, Lamar, and Watson. Top 4.
Yeah.
Breeze at 5. Then who else are we saying is better?
I'm still taking Rodgers.
We can put Rodgers in there.
Stafford.
Injury prone.
I'm taking Stafford over Kirk Cousins 100%.
Even with the injuries?
Yep. If you give me a healthy Matthew Stafford, I'm still taking Kirk. I'm still taking Stafford.
But that healthy Matthew Stafford is a big if. Especially right now. I like Matthew Stafford.
What's his name? I'd still take Josh Allen.
I take Allen over Kirk
What?
too. Yeah. Yeah.
He has no deep ball accuracy. If you're gonna say like, okay.
So, he's a much more mobile quarterback. I mean, I don't really like deep ball. Like the Bills don't go deep every play. That's the thing. They're a short game team.
I like Josh Allen. I think he's very
They're
good.
a short game defensive team.
Your audio is horrible right now, Sam.
Yeah, I know.
So as of the time we're recording this, Game 1 of the Chicago Blackhawks Edmonton Oilers series was yesterday. Blackhawks won 6-4. Sam, what are your thoughts on this?
From what it showed yesterday, all the people that are saying Oilers in 3, Oilers in 3, Oilers in 4, I'm sorry to say, but you guys are wrong. Like, you guys are 100% wrong because, first of all, the Oilers only have 2 players, and if I can remember correctly, you can't only have 2 players to win a series in the playoffs. And because when you put 2 guys who have barely played in the playoffs, and then you take Kane and Taves, who are 3-time Stanley Cup champions, and then you add the young core on top of Kane and Taves. I don't think that there's and they have no answer for Kubalik. What could they do? Like, what could Kubalik not do? He did everything. He was scoring. He was passing the puck. We completed. I think we completed over 50% of our passes. Our passing rate was over 50%, and I don't see a reason why the Hawks lose to the Oilers at this point. Like, I get it. It's only one game. But
you're feeling confident for the rest of the series.
If the Hawks can keep up, yes, I feel very confident for the rest of the series.
Well, it's also only a 5-game series, too.
Yeah.
Also, but I mean, if we do lose this series, there's also a win to look at. We're in the pot for Lafreniere, which would be insane if we got the first overall pick, or just anything there. That's the problem. But I would much rather win a series than be thrown into a pot for Alexis Lafreniere. Because really,
right now, Tankathon has the Blackhawks odds at getting the number 1 pick at 5%.
Yeah, it's low. So I mean, really, right now it's going for broke. Right, like, we're going for broke right now. Just beat the Oilers and just see what we can do in the first round of the actual playoffs.
Well, you never know if you get hot, what could happen, because people haven't played in months.
Exactly. Like, you take a look at the Habs-Penguins game last night. Habs beat the Pens in OT last night. So you never know. It's playoff hockey. Like Columbus versus Tampa Bay last year. That was a 1 versus an 8 seed, and Columbus swept them.
Anything can happen.
Exactly.
Well, NHL is more obsessed than other sports.
Exactly.
Speaking of sports bubbles, let's quickly talk about the NBA restart. The official seeding game started this past week and weekend.
Matisse Thybulle is the GOAT.
Jason Tatum had a horrible game 1, but redeeming himself in game 2.
Yeah, let's go Celtics.
No.
They won by 4.
Go Bucks.
I think you're still sleeping.
No, go Bucks.
You're still sleeping
on the Celtics.
You're still
Go
sleeping.
Bucks. Go Bucks.
Did you watch Toronto last night?
Did you watch the Bucks last night?
Because we looked damn good versus the Lakers. Kyle Lowry with 33. OG Anunoby had 23.
That's Sam's favorite player, Kyle Lowry.
Best point guard in the East. What can I say?
Okay. Yep, that's
in the East.
In the East.
That's cap.
No.
You'd love Kyle Lowry if he was on your team. Let's be real.
Well, yeah.
Well, I'm still taking Kyrie.
I'm still taking Kyrie and Kobe White over him.
What?
I don't know if I'd say Kobe White yet.
Kobe White, that is.
White.
For the future, maybe, but right now.
I'm saying right now.
Not.
I'm saying right now.
Yeah, obviously I'd take. Well,
Kyrie isn't a leader.
Am I looking to build a team right now? Right now.
Right
or
now.
Am I looking
trying to win a
I'm
championship
looking at
right
Bill.
now, who's your point guard?
Oh, Lowry.
Yeah.
But he's not the best point guard in the East, though.
I still think Kyrie's better.
I'd take Lowry over Kyrie.
That's cap.
That's a hot take.
I mean, it can be. He had that.
So much bias.
Have you watched Kyle Lowry play though? Or do you just
played-
listen to the media who says, "Oh, he chokes in the playoffs," when DeRozan was the core of our playoff struggles? In terms of players, Dwayne Casey obviously was a much bigger reason.
I've just seen Kyrie. He just puts up numbers.
Puts up exactly. Puts up
Amazing
better numbers.
score.
It doesn't. Lowry plays better defense.
What about Oladipo? Oladipo's a shooting guard.
Oladipo's a shooting guard.
Come on, Sam.
I don't know. I'm fine with
excited.
people sleeping on Toronto still.
I'm retired. I'm just gonna go sit in my closet and just never come out. Yep, I'm done. I'm out. I'm tapping out. I just don't know anything.
I mean, I guess beating the Lakers made people remember that we exist, but Toronto never
At
left in
this
the first
point-
place.
At this point, you know what I should say? I should just say that Lowry Markkanen's a better point guard than Kyle Lowry.
Now, Kyle's the best Lowry in the league.
I like Lowry Markkanen.
You can tell a lot about whether someone actually watches basketball or not based on what they say about Kyle Lowry.
What?
Yep. People who call him a choker, people who say he's not good anymore, they clearly don't watch or understand the NBA. Or at least the Raptors.
Well, yeah, because they're in Canada.
People are still sleeping on Toronto, and
If I'm watching a game from a team in Toronto, it's going to be hockey.
all right, those were our thoughts on the MLB restart with the Miami Marlins and COVID, the NFL Top 100, the Chicago Blackhawks versus Edmonton Oilers series, and a little bit of the NBA restart as well. If you like this podcast, feel free to subscribe, drop your thoughts in the comment section below. We really appreciate any support, so follow us on the social medias we listed earlier. The Three Sportsmen is a weekly podcast, so be sure to tune in next week. And remember, trust the podcast.